Hey Aries, this is Vicky Z from Second Sight Tarot, a branch of wellness. I'm here to do your monthly reading for the month of March 2021. I've already meditated on your cards, and remember that this is a general reading, so this might not connect or resonate with everybody, so please take what you do resonate with and leave the rest. I've already shuffled, and I was playing with these cards, which I don't really use in the reading because they're huge and they're hard. I think it's like Alchemist and Anatomy and Alchemist or something. I forget. It's in the description box below. But as I was shuffling, I let them fall out for these because they're so hard to shuffle. And the Fool came out and the Justice card in reverse. So we'll see how this pans out in the reading, but I'll put some clarifiers. I love the cards. This is the Fool energy. And I feel like for me, this is kind of like seeing this person go on this journey, or like leaping onto this new journey, or like this new self-belief, or like a new journey that you're taking, but stepping away from the norm of what you do, or that what people do. I don't know, just from looking at the card. I'm going to clarify, of course, because that's the Fool is about like taking a leap of faith into something new, a new journey, or like a new way of thinking of self. And the Justice card is so pretty. I love this. But this is in reverse. I will just show you what this means. But this is also about like being on the right path and your truth. You know, really being exactly where you're supposed to be. So maybe there's some stagnation or some blockages, or like some obstacles that are not allowing you to be on this right path. But we'll clarify for you. Now, I'm going to pull one from the White Witch Tarot. That was fast. Temperance. And at the bottom of the deck, the World in reverse. So maybe now is a time for the World in reverse. We'll do that one first. There's maybe some disharmony, or like something that's off balance, or something that's not being fulfilled for some. But more what I'm thinking now is more like you're going... And that could be a blockage or a way of thinking, or some kind of stagnation, or an obstacle that you're facing. But for some, I'm also thinking that this is more like I'm finally dumping the weight of the world off my shoulders, so I can see clearly about where my path is going to lead me, like what path I need to take. It's hard to figure out yourself and to know your truth when you're carrying the weight of the world for everybody, and the burdens and all this stuff that comes. And then normally this is not that meaning for the world, but this just the card, the way it looks like this person is like breaking their back, holding the world on their shoulders, you know, and it's like all these people in there. Or maybe all of your past selves, of all your little journeys that you've taken along the way to make you who you are today. And maybe you're just saying, you know what, I need to release some of these because they're not serving me anymore. Or it's just too heavy to bear, and I can't go on this other journey when there's so much heaviness on my back. So the Temperance card, I love this card. It's not the most pleasant card to look at when you're looking at it here. But I just think that the Temperance card is like all about taking caution about something, you know, or looking at things in a more careful way, but also finding balance. You know, and maybe taking caution to make sure you stay in balance. But I think that has a lot to do with the weight on your shoulders, and like maybe saying that that's not balancing for me to like balance the world and balance my life and my purpose and my goals and the way I want my life to be. So I could be wrong, but let's go with this and then see what the cards say. That's kind of the center of the card here. But I do feel like there's a new beginning. There just might be something holding you back from really finding this true path, or this like life path that you need to take. So I'm using the Light SEER'S Tarot. That was fast. I think the same card, I should have done I say this for every reading, I should have done a general reading because everyone's readings are the same cards. Please for this intellectual communication. Ooh, the Empress. Wands, and at the bottom is the Knight of Wands. So you're definitely in this process of taking action for something that spirit wants you to take. You know, like you're starting to beat to your own drum, or that's like kind of where you want to go if you're not there yet. It's like freeing yourself from the things that you don't want anymore in your life and manifesting the things that you've been holding off on or put to the side. And now you just want to beat to your own drum and like bring all the things that you've loved in the past back, kind of. That's kind of what I'm getting. But she's just beating to her own drum and enjoying the action that she's taking from spirit. You know, it's calling her. It's a female in the picture, but this can mean whatever you, whatever your, sorry, I'm like missing words. However you represent yourself, it doesn't matter about gender, you know. But I was just representing, like I was just explaining what it was on the picture. So that was very long, just to explain one thing. So in the current position is the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the nines are all about like progress, like making progress, or like clarity on a direction. And maybe this is exactly like the Justice card. It's like something is not clear to you to be on this path, or to like to continue this process of the progress of that you're doing. So something is holding you back. We'll clarify. So I'm just and this could be emotional, this could be intuition, this could be love, this could be any of those three things, or whatever, but we'll see. I'm going to clarify. In the, how you deal with this through intellect and communication is the Empress. I love this card, and I love it in this deck. The Empress, first of all, it's threes, which are all about creativity, being very creative in the way that you, in your growth, you know, but it also can be just creative in life or in a project or anything, or just being the creator, being creative at work or in your relationship, or finding interesting creative ways to manifest the things that you want. But it's also very nurturing energy. She's holding the Mother Earth in her womb. It could be fertility, if you're trying to get pregnant, or maybe that's where just the focus is there of like prepping for that. But or planting seeds or bringing something into existence, you know, like manifesting something, birthing something, something that really like lights your fire. But I just love this card. And in the emotional position for like what emotions you can bring through this is the Sun in reverse. So I don't think that's negative, being in reverse. I think that it just means something needs to be altered for you to move into the right direction, because I think the Sun card is a beautiful card all around. It's about nurturing yourself, growth, healing, happiness, fulfillment, having something really come out the way you want it to come out. And it just means maybe like a little stagnation, or maybe like something like a little bit of emotional blockages that are allowing you to see that it's maybe already there, but you're not seeing it emotionally. So we'll clarify on that. And then on the final outcome, or like how you can move through this to the final outcome, is the Five of Wands. So it's interesting on this one. They're kind of climbing like they're like rock climbing, like a rock climbing gym, and they're reaching for fire, the sun. In this, because wands are very spirit driven, very fiery energy, creative, like creating something or manifesting something, but also fives are a lot to do with change. So there is definitely a change, or this fire that's inside of you that really wants to shift something. And that's where it's kind of like the last reading I did for Virgo. It's like their journey begins at the ending result of this reading. Like, you know, you're climbing to something higher that is more for your spirit, for your soul's journey, for your soul's fulfillment in the outcome of this. But it's all about finding balance and seeing things in a different perspective that are going to bring you there. It's all about your perspective and the way you're seeing it, I think, that is going to deter you from really climbing to something higher in the future. So we'll clarify. I think these are Goddess Moon or Moon Goddess cards. I love these. Are my favorite ones that I use all the time. I swear. You and Virgo, same. Same exact positions too. The key, or like realization and beginnings. And they had the masculine card too. And I shuffle these really well, just saying. I think it's just different position on the masculine, but and they had pleasure. You guys have the same readings. If that is your rising sign or your moon sign, like check that out, because they're like the same energies, just different positions. And at the bottom of the deck is blossoming. I do think you have so she is blossoming, and all these flowers are growing on her skirt. And at the top, she's playing the violin but without a bow, because she's blossoming into this, what she wants to bring, this beautiful symphony or like song that she wants to create. She's creating it. She's in the middle of this blossoming period, but she's not fully there yet, you know. So I think that's kind of the same energy that I'm getting here. So with the Nine of Cups in reverse in the current situation is realization, like realizing your full potential or a path that you want to take, and spirit is guiding you there. This is all about your spirit finding its true potential. Like, even if you are resisting that in the mind, it's the spirit driving you right now. That's what's driving the car. And she's just sitting there in a keyhole looking at the potential that she has on this new journey. And spirit, there's like this mist of like this energy of spirit. Her soul is leading her there. She has no control over it. She's choosing to look at what the potential is, but she hasn't taken the first step to make it. She's like thinking about it, like, okay, like, oh wow, look at this. It's just the beginning, you know? And this is all about like overcoming some obstacles in order to walk into that. Maybe it's belief system, you know, like believing that you can do this, that you're worthy enough, that you're good enough, that you have it, what it takes to make, like, finally take this next leap and shift something that has been stagnant for a while. You deserve this, you know? It's a matter of perspective in the mind. And then in the how you move through this through intellect and communication, it's new beginnings. Same exact card. One's new and one is realization. Realizing it and then actually like walking through this doorway into a new beginning. So you're already thinking about it. You're here, you're like where am I going to go? What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And then the next step about doing that is articulating it. Creating it in your mind so you understand it, writing it down on paper, verbalizing it, you know, like somehow telling somebody that, saying it out loud, writing it, making a list, you know, maybe finding lists of like things that you're fearful of making this change, whatever it takes. Like, this is about articulating it in order for you to have these beginnings. That's the next step. You know, like you're birthing this. This is something that you're planting a seed about. You're fertile with this idea, but you haven't walked in it yet. You're about to, but you need to articulate it and understand it. You know, communicate it first to yourself, to others, to whoever, whatever it's going to take you to step in is what you're going to have to do when it comes to communication. Bringing it to life by verbalizing it, I think, is the next step for that. In the emotion position with the reverse sun is masculine energy, which is like this crazy drive. He's holding two wands with lots of fire. I mean, it's all about fire for you. It's controlled. It's like what's driving you right now. You have like this burning like soul energy that's just like, I'm going for it. Nothing's going to stop me but my fear. My fear of failing, my fear of succeeding, my fear of change. Or like me not feeling worthy enough. You're worthy enough and you have the energy and the drive to do it. It's just a matter of like seeing that you have that and understanding the emotions behind it and like connecting with your emotions about letting go of anything that's been blocking you. And like any obstacles is all in the mind. It's the way you perceive it, you know? It's the emotions that you've come behind, that you've put up walls from all of your failures or experiences, depending on how you look at it, in the past, that make you feel like you can't move forward now. But you absolutely can, because you have the spirit for it. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. It's all about believing you can, and you can absolutely do it. And in the outcome, pleasure in reverse, it's exactly the same thing. You're reaching for this sun, but you're not fully letting go because you don't believe it, or you don't see it, or you don't even know that it's a possibility. You know, I'm not saying you're not just not believing it, or you know. Maybe you just don't see it, or you don't even know that it's there for you to believe. But just know that like the sun is so like he's almost touching the sun. this passion that this like spirit fire that you have is like almost like getting where they want to get to. You know, it's just a matter of fully believing that you deserve it. That's what I see in this. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna do this one. So let's see. Yeah, I think you're in like building castles in the sky right now with this realization. You're like dreaming of like the things that you might be able to have, but the blockages and the obstacles are keeping you back and keeping it in a dream, like a daydream state, instead of manifesting. But you're dreaming. You're getting that fiery spark from the dreams and from this like, oh, can I have this? Like this is possible. I can have this. You know, this is all coming from the heart energy. This is not using the mind. This is using the heart and intuition fully. And every level of your being, like all elements, using your heart and going with your intuition for this. Get out of your head that you don't deserve it or you're not worthy or you don't believe that it's possible. Use the heart. What does the heart and intuition want? That's key. It's, energy, intensity, passion, power. This is all about like planting seeds, being fertile in your ideas and your belief systems, and it's like lightning bolt. You have so much energy right now. You just maybe are blocked from the direction of where to use it or how to like start it or what direction to take it. But you have a path. I think you kind of know, but just choose a path. If it's wrong, you'll already be ahead of the game. It's just going to lead you to other paths that you were meant to take. I think it's like in the divine timing of you just knowing where you're supposed to be, just do it. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong path. It's just a path. Instead of staying stagnant, you're already like manifesting things that might take you to another path with taking this path. So it's like a win-win, you know? And this is in reverse. Your wishes are coming true. Celebrate your success. Yes, but this is just like having the sun energy. Like you're so close to this treasure, but you're not going to touch it because you don't believe it's true. You know, your emotions behind this, your like lack of belief of some sort, or that kind of way of thinking, could be anything like that with the energy stagnant there, is not allowing you to like really believe that your wish came true. Didn't I see wishes on the bottom of that one of them? Maybe when I was shuffling it came out. I think that's what happened, and it was a wish. So I do believe like if you just start to believe it, it will start to happen. You will see things coming to you. Setting intentions is key. Happy endings. This is a new end of a chapter, beginning of a new one. Totally see that. It's the sun and the horizon. And if you keep working at this and believe in yourself fully, you will get what you want. It's like in the cards. Just be cautious. This is a caution. Keep your guard up. This is because it's in your own mind. Be cautious of your thought process and the things that you say to yourself and the negative words that you put in your mind that you can't do this. You know, this is watching out for your own self and your own words. That's what this is to me. And this is exactly Virgo's reading, or Leo, Virgo's reading. They had the lessons too, and it's a vase. It says wisdom through mistakes. It's okay if you take a wrong journey or if you've taken a million wrong journeys. Stay in the game because you are so resilient to glue yourself back together and be stronger than ever. And all of those mistakes are lessons learned, and you're super strong. You're a freaking rock. You're a vase that is unbreakable. I know it's corny, but it's true. Yeah, commitment and perseverance is key here. Hard work. It's not going to be an easy journey, but you are a bee and you can do anything you want to be and do it with hard work. But also bees represent a colony, working together with a team, having collaboration with people, like working, not being alone in this, or feeling like you're strong enough to carry the weight of like 10 men. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. Like you're either a powerhouse and you can finally do this stuff on your own, or you might need some support and some collaboration with somebody. It could be anything. It could be a therapist. It could be a group of healers that you work with. It could be your tribe, your soul tribe. It could be a million things. That is, and silence your mind and pay attention. Listen. Definitely about like not hearing, listen to the things that you say and alter them if they are not correct. If they're like negative things, get rid of them or switch them so they make, listen, like the mind, the body picks up everything we say because thoughts become things, right? Like quantum physics, you know, thoughts become things like The Secret or What the Bleep Do We Know. So those thoughts, anything that you think is like a reality of energy formed, right? And it goes into the body and it stores in our body cells. So if you're constantly telling yourself, I can't, I will not be this, this is never going to work, your cells believe that, and there's chemicals released with those emotions that your body gets addicted to. So you can choose to be addicted to the happy one, the happy chemicals, hormones, or the ones that put you down and keep you stagnant and keep obstacles in your way. You know, it's a matter of like getting rid of this addiction of the mind process and how you bring it into the body, but also just saying like, who the hell are you to tell me I can't do this? Like, get out of your own way, because you could be your worst enemy. And most of the time our minds are. We always fight with our minds, but our heart is always saying, go, go, go. We don't do that. So sorry, I went on a tangent because I feel like this is what I've been going through in the last year too. So this is resonating with me as well. And I have Aries in my chart too. And my wife is in Aries. So I totally see this and that path too. So let's clarify. And then I'm going to pull some self-care cards because I love the ending to end with those. They're fun. Can you please clarify? Third situation. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's so funny because this is a keyhole and this is a lock. I know it's supposed to be a key and a lock, but meaning like you're protecting yourself a little too much. Like this key is, this lock has like plants growing on it. Meaning like you've been protected for so long. You've been in protective mode for so long. It's time to step out of your comfort zone and take a risk. Be your true self. A message. I definitely think that there's a message in here for some. I'm going to clarify what that message is. It might be specific for someone listening. Or it could just be overall. I'm going to clarify with these guys here. Mother Earth energy. This is the Empress. Again. This is the Empress. You have the Empress twice. Mother Earth. It's the same card. So the message here is be the Empress. Nurture yourself. Be in your growth period with like positive thoughts and energy, and be creative in the way that you do it. You know, like express this energy in a very positive way for you to be your best self. And blossoming, which I thought was here earlier. I could have said that. Can you please, perseverance. Again, that's what the sixes are, I think. Or yeah, I think they're sixes. Perseverance. I think that this is totally just stay on the game. Stay in the game, and just go with where your fire and your heart are telling you. Don't let your head get in the way. That would be really sad because this is really great. Nighttime, which is about going within the void, like sitting, just being quiet in the mind, and you know, really sitting with yourself and seeing exactly what you want. It's the Temperance card, you know. It's all about like balance, finding balance. But finding balance for me, what this is saying is like be with yourself with between fire energy and earth energy. Balance, like energetically balanced. Not only in the mind, but like physically being balanced. I'm going to clarify the emotions. Blind. It's just somebody covering their eyes. I think this is all about like closing your eyes and going within and really connecting with your intuition. Sitting for 20, 25 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, letting the mind settle, and then I've said this for every reading, and then letting the intuition pick up, you'll find answers there. You'll get like aha moments. Sitting still, closing your eyes, and going within. You know, this is the same as the Knight card, like doing some inner work, shutting the eye and going. A really cool bird just flew by. And staying grounded. It's exactly the same. It's staying grounded, being balanced in your energy, staying grounded, because fire can really like take you out. And this also can bring like anxiety and anger if you don't release it and stay grounded and stay rooted, and it could go, you know, show itself in many ways. I'm gonna clarify being crafty. It's funny with the Fool, because I see these people in the background, like these businessmen, and I always feel like they're crafty, finding crafty ways of like being crafty. I can't explain it anymore, but without being negative about it. But I think like finding crafty ways to like find balance between like what you want to be perceived as in the world, like what your mark is, and like feeling free enough to take a leap of faith and just not caring. You know, this is a fine balance between what you're comfortable with, but stepping out of your comfort zone. That's kind of what I'm seeing with that. One more with the Justice card in reverse. Or 10 more. Or 100 more. Releasing what doesn't serve you anymore, so you can make space for new stuff. 800 of them fell out, and they're all the same from this is the death card. So you're definitely going through a transformation. You're definitely going through something different, trying to manifest something, a whole new you, or bringing back the old you in a very new way. Things that you've been putting aside that you really want to pick up again, like music or writing or being an artist or whatever, you know. Having abundance, like your end game is being abundant, and you have the strength and the capability to be abundant. That's all I have to say. Manifestation is all about the Fool, you know, manifesting what he wants. Well, he's taking a leap of faith. I feel like he's the magician for me too right now, because of the way that he looks. Like, you know, for me, it's like he's got stuff in his pocket, like he's almost being like a magician in his pocket, like he's prepping something. I didn't tell you that before. That's kind of what I was saying with it. Being, healer and humanity. And these are two that came out together. Like, definitely seeing people where they are. And I've said this, this humanity card has come out in every reading because of where we're at in the world. Connect with people where they are. Realize that some people only are at this level of consciousness and they can't see anything higher at that moment. So just meet them where they are and understand that that's all they can see, and they do the best they can with where they're at. It doesn't mean that they're, you know, bad people, or that, you know, you don't have to be around them if that's not flowing with you, but just appreciating where they are, sitting in their shoes for a minute, standing in their shoes, it takes away judgment. I've said that like for every reading. And the healer, I definitely take care of yourself. Maybe you're a healer, or you need healing energy right now, or this energy will be healing to someone else. But the message in here is like ground to Mother Earth. Try to be there as much as you can, because that fire energy needs the earth. First of all, to create fire, but also to control it too. You know, fire and water. Like, go to the beach. I don't know why I'm saying this, but like, I think this is a very deep time of healing. And if you need external stimuli for that, like massages or body work, or so, you know, we do distance healing sessions at the school, and you'll see our link below at the Reiki School and Clinic. You know, there's a million ways to do it without being around people. There's distance stuff everywhere. So let me do a self-care card and send you on your way. If you love this reading, if it resonated with you in any way and you want to stay connected to me, I would really appreciate the support to like and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. I've been doing, like, really trying to manifest this over the last year, and it's just fun, and I really want to keep going. So if it connects with you, please support. Build strength. Whether you're working out, building strength to continue on this journey, continue, like, maybe work out. But this is also being intuitive, like working the muscle of intuition, because she has a third eye on her, between her eyebrows. So this can also be like really building strength in your intuition and your emotional energies. Intuition. Cha-ching! So building strength in your intuition and in your body too, if that's what you're going for. Like, I think we all need exercise, but at least to get the energies out. But this is about intuition, like really building your intuition, sitting with yourself, letting your intuition replace the mind chatter. Create art. You were saying that if you're an artist, and family. But this family can mean soul tribe too. It doesn't have to be, or your pet friends. It doesn't have to be like physical family if you're far distance, or connecting with people that are really close to you. You know, like I know we're Zoom like drained, but staying connected is key, especially with this energy here of like starting new stuff, and it can be really scary and you're very vulnerable and you just need support. So that's it, Aries. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I will see you. Enjoy this month of March, and I will see you next time.